let's cook this thing.
Okay.
So we have the medallions, the strip,
Yes.
the chops.
The chops, yeah, prime rib chops.
Right. And here I added my sausages. We
Yes,
make a
perfect.
sausage with the trim meat, little bit of dried cherries, a
Nice.
little bit of chipotle.
Now these medallions are beautiful. These come already pre-packaged, and these are from the leg. And I'm going to season those today with this little roasted fennel seed, lemon, sea salt, and white roan pepper. So it's got a little summer, it's summery. You know, it's not a heavy wintry. Anise is good.
Yes,
of course, in the south of France, you love it.
This we do just salt and pepper, right? The chops?
Yes, just plain and simple, because that's all it needs. Now we need a little oil on the meat because there's no fat in the meat. We need a little bit of oil just to moisten it because it really needs that, just because there's no fat to render out of the meat when you're cooking. Normally with other meats, the fat will be released from the meat when it hits the pan or the grill.
Really, don't worry too much because any of your recipe for beef will work with this.
And that's a great point you made, because a lot of people think, oh, venison, you know, it's difficult, I come and make it like that. But if you can grill a piece of fillet of beef or any, you know, lamb chop or a piece of veal on the barbecue, you can do this just as easy. Okay, let's go on the grill. Get it hot. Now often, I actually prefer to grill it, and then you can finish it. If you have a hooded barbecue, you can put it on the rack above the heat source and just let it slowly finish with the hood down. You see the meat now getting this lovely caramel colour on there. Now, the attributes of venison are the fact that it is lean, low in fat, and of course if you overcook it, then you destroy that. And also, it's very high in iron, did you know? If you want to be a Popeye and get iron from spinach, you've got to eat a whole truckload of it to get the iron you get out of one meal of venison.
I like to eat a truckload of venison.
Yes, it's better. Once we seared the venison, we brushed it with some whole grain mustard and then just sprinkled it with some salt and pepper and finished it in the oven and then rested it so it's nice and rare and it's cold, ready to cut. So the salad dressing is very simple. An egg yolk, a little measure of some of the whole grain mustard, a little bit of acid, some red wine vinegar. So we're going to add a little bit of our blue cheese, just a gorgonzola. You can use any blue cheese if you like, but a gorgonzola's got a good sharp flavour with pear. Some pepper and a little bit of salt. If I whisk that, would you just drizzle a little bit of that oil in? Just a little bit of grapeseed oil is great for this. So, our salad, just dress the greens. We've used a little bit of arugula, baby arugula, or rocket, depends where you come from. We can cut the meat and place it on the plate like a carpaccio, or we could simply, see how beautiful colour that is? Perfectly cooked, I must say.
What's very, very important is the resting of the meat. You can undercook it, and when it rests, it really finishes cooking and the juices reintegrate. If you overcook, it will be forgiven if you don't overcook it to death, but it will be forgiven if you let it rest after so that the muscle has a time to relax and to become moist again.
Very important. It allows the heat to transfer through the meat properly, and it just gives it a nice balance. So we can take the meat now and just place it around the plate. We'll do this sort of family style, shall we? Like a platter for a family of four as a little appetizer. No fat, no greasiness at all in the pan when we took the meat out, which just, you know, highlights the fact that it's so lean and healthy. So there we have it. Perfect amount there for a little family of four. And our nice green salad, some in the middle. A little bit of our roasted pear, so the grilled pear, beautiful. Look at that, perfectly done. And just to finish it off, we're going to add some toasted walnuts. Some lardons, either pancetta or just a good smoky bacon is good as well. Just give it a nice crunch.
It's basically a classical arugula pear salad with the venison medallions underneath.
That's exactly right. And the point is, you don't have to stretch your imagination too far. You can use venison in the classics. I mean, a fillet of venison or a nice noisette of venison with a sauce béarnaise is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. A little bit of blue cheese just to finish it off, some little pieces of it just to give it a nice feel in the mouth, a nice good strong finish. And then the dressing just drizzled over the top. There we go, a classic salad reinvented with Cervena venison, healthy and tasty.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Brooklyn Kitchen to let us cook and make a mess here today. And how do you say bon appétit?
We say cheers.
You say, oh yeah?
Yeah.
Even down
Yeah.
under?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Cheers.